Happy to be back for the Keys to Victory segment of the Thomas Take Sports Podcast, Week 2, Buffalo Bills Keys to Victory. I didn't get the chance to do a Keys to Victory segment last week due to the fact that it was a Monday night football game. But obviously, coming from the day job to the game, watching it where I did, now I'm back in my safe space, watching this game in my own home. And I'm greatly looking forward to watching football the way that it's meant to be watched, in my personal opinion, at 1 o'clock on Sunday. Football Sunday, of course. So back again, Ryan Thomas here. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the Thomas Take Sports Podcast, as this is the Buffalo Bills Keys to Victory Week 2 versus the Las Vegas Raiders. We'll have 73,000 strong in terms of the Bills Mafia, of course, cheering on the Buffalo Bills in Orchard Park, the home opener. Drink responsibly, stay safe. I know that it kind of goes without saying, but Bills fans can get a little rowdy on Sundays, and obviously in Highmark Stadium, stay safe, right? Stay safe. Don't do anything stupid. Stay safe. That's the first portion of the show that I'm going to discuss, is to just stay safe, okay? Now, getting to the keys to victory, of course, I always have 3 keys to victory for the Buffalo Bills heading into each and every game. First off, I'm going to start off with the biggest key to victory, I believe, and that is to neutralizing the opposing team's best player. And that best player for the Las Vegas Raiders is none other than Josh Jacobs. I was going to say neutralize number 28. I think Josh Jacobs changed his number to 8, as all these players have changed their numbers, as now the rules and regulations are all different now as far as what numbers players can actually wear. But as I looked at Jacobs, understanding that he was the NFL league leading rusher last year, how are they going to use him against the Bills? He's been used a wide variety of ways against whatever opponent that the Raiders face, and there's no stopping him. So I put neutralize, because I think stopping Josh Jacobs is a lot easier said than done. I said neutralize because I do believe that he can be and has been in previous games. But how did the Bills do that? So run defense up the middle is extremely important. That goes into my next key to victory. As far as a player that I think will have the spotlight on him higher in this game than in weeks previous, and that is second career start middle linebacker, Terrell Bernard. And I think that you will have to zero in on 43 as a middle linebacker today, understanding that the middle of the field coverage is extremely important, because when talking about the Raiders, the quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo, can only do so much. He is not Josh Allen. He is not Patrick Mahomes. He is not Joe Burrow. He is not Lamar Jackson. He's not Jalen Hurts. He's not Justin Herbert. He is a very simple quarterback that just takes what the defense gives him. He's not mobile. He's not going to extend plays. If he does, it's few and far between. But what he can do very, very well is utilize that middle of the field. And Hunter Renfrow is somebody to keep our eyes out on today. Michael Mayer is another name to keep your eye out on today, as well as Devontae Adams. Those 3 pieces over the middle of the field for the Raiders are very deadly to a defense potentially like Buffalo's, who has very limited experience in the middle, with Terrell Bernard manning that middle position. So that's something that I'm going to keep my eyes out on, and that's something that I think you should keep your eyes out on as well, in regards to how the Buffalo Bills can actually, win this game, and what are some things to look out for. So neutralizing Josh Jacobs, key to victory number 1, Terrell Bernard in the middle of the field, plugging the running lanes from Josh Jacobs if these runs are committed to up the middle of the field, as well as the coverage over the middle of the field, passing routes to Michael Mayer, as well as Hunter Renfrow. Bernard could be on ice skates if not, that is not neutralized. So something to keep our eyes out on for sure. My final key to victory is for this Bills offense, and to Josh Allen specifically. Take what the defense gives you. Don't try to do too much. And as far as this offensive line, I did feel like they did a okay job protecting Josh Allen. It wasn't the best effort, but I felt like it was okay. There's spots on this line that are definitely worse than others, in particular at right tackle. Spencer Brown had a real tough sledding against the Jets last week, but that's something to keep our eyes out on. Protecting Josh Allen goes to the best player on the Raiders defensively, Max Crosby. That's a name that we're going to have to look out for today for the Buffalo Bills taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. If I said Oakland during this podcast, I apologize. It's going to take time to get used to the fact that the Raiders are still in Las Vegas and no longer in Oakland. But all in all, I do see this as a Bills win. I'm going score prediction 31-14. And I do believe that the Bills offense gets it right today. I think that this is an opposing defense that they can get it right against due to the fact that the Raiders don't have the best secondary, due to the fact that the Raiders really, outside of their front four, don't have much defensively going into this one. No Chandler Jones. So that'll help the Buffalo Bills in this one. I'm going Buffalo Bills winning this one 31-14, moving to 1-1. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Thomas Take Sports Podcast, Keys to Victory. I'm Ryan Thomas. Go Bills.